Hello to all the viewers. Let's start the fourth quarterfinal of the fifth edition. I'm going to call all the contestants one by one. Our first contestant is the next finalist. We have three ex-finalists in this quarterfinal, so to speak, because he was the finalist in cricket and football edition. He's making an appearance this time in general edition. Give it up for Angad.
थैंक यू केवी, थैंक यू बट इस बारी मुझसे कुछ उम्मीदें मत रखिएगा क्योंकि जीके तो हमारी बहुत ही ज्यादा पुअर।
देखते हैं with that someone who is humility OP, because he keeps saying मुझसे एक भी नहीं निकलेगा, दो भी नहीं निकलेगा, and he reaches the final every single time he comes. Give it up for Neville Shah.
Did not reach the final the last time.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
Also KV, you've taken badla, I think, because the last three quarterfinals, the questions are just insane. We were mocking your questions before we came on, where it was like XYZ has been with Sahil was coming up with a random question and it sounded like a question from yesterday. Dude, it is just, oh God. Bro, एक 10 point दे देना, बस उतना ही ख्याल रख लेना. That's all.
We'll see. Okay. From the next contestant, who is father of puns. He is the most famous person for puns in Indian comedy. And he realized now, today, that quizzing is spelled KVizzing because KV stands for Kumar Varun. Okay. Oh my God. On that note, finalist from last edition, Sahil Shah.
Oh yeah, let's go guys. Let's go. I'm ready with my thinking cap.
Okay. On that note, our last quarter finalist. Always fun to have her here. She's been here in movies edition earlier, in general editions earlier. She's back here for our fifth edition. Sonali.
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
I'm very excited here. I love that somebody has a confidence in me and said I'm the dark horse of the quiz. I love it.
That was just Aditya messaging in the
Say that.
Please don't out my secrets.
Chalo, let's begin. All the best, Angad, Neville, Sahil, Sonali. Question number 1 will be Angad's. Okay. On your screen, you see a certain beetle species, and you see there's one nice little heart on that beetle. Okay, so this beetle species is named after a certain Italian adventurer as a reference to the heart-shaped mark on its wing covers. Okay. This beetle species is named after a certain Italian adventurer. Who do you think this beetle species is named after?
Interesting question.
See, you guys said come text, no XYZ, no blanks. Here.
This is too little a text. I want to say I'm pretty sure about this one. I think the answer is Mario.
Not Mario.
Okay.
Going to Neville.
Is it the Valentine beetle?
No, not Valentine beetle. Sahil.
Is it a Casanova beetle?
What a great answer. What a great way to start the quiz. It is a Casanova beetle.
Oh my God.
It is Casanova beetle.
How do you even get that?
But how is he an adventurer? I'm not understanding. Oh, okay, in that sense.
Yeah. Playboy को तब adventurer ही बोला जाता था.
Is like somebody's real name is Casanova? I always thought like a fuckboy was called a Casanova.
No. He was the audition fuckboy.
Yeah.
Yes.
OG.
Yeah. Italian.
Yeah. He was a renowned womanizer, as they used to call him. And that lends the word to...
That's why all the ladies used to call me Casanova. Get it? Cash. Okay, you know what? I'll give up.
Yeah, please do.
Yes, please.
Okay, Sahil gets 10 points for Casanova and I go to Sonali. Another fewer text. Nothing.
Yeah.
There's a visual on the screen. The phrase is Arbeit macht frei, which translates to work makes you free. Okay. On what entrances can this slogan be found? So this can be found on entrance, so more than one entrances. It translates to work makes you free. And there is a visual also to help you guys. Tell me, where would you see this slogan, or where does this slogan come from, or why is this slogan famous / important?
Is this Auschwitz?
Beautiful answer.
Yeah.
Superb answer. Superb.
Yes.
Yeah. I would have given you points for Auschwitz or Krakow or Nazi concentration camps. Wow. What a guess.
Would you have given extra points for Birkenau?
Oh, Birkenau also. No, not extra points, but full 10 points.
ये क्या एंड में क्या बोल गया नेविल? कौन है
ये बर्लिन का आर्थर रोड.
अच्छा ओके.
बर्लिन का आर्थर.
Birkenau, Poland.
Good, nice. Okay, Sonali, superb start. Concentration camp, Auschwitz, Nazi concentration. Work makes you free. Okay, 10 points there for Sonali, and I go to Angad. Okay.
God.
Angad, Ruben Mattes invented this two-word name. Okay, we are looking at a two-word name of this brand. So we are looking at a brand with a two-word name that he claimed was Danish sounding. But the words that correspond to the pronunciation of its name mean the chin and outhouse/toilet, respectively, in Scandinavian language. According to Mattes, it was a tribute to Denmark's exemplary treatment of its Jews during the Second World War and included an outline map of Denmark on early labels. Mattes felt that Denmark was also known for its dairy products and had a positive image in the United States. What brand are we talking about? So we're talking about a certain brand name with two words. Okay. The inventor of the brand name said that it is Danish sounding, but when you translate it, it just means chin and toilet, or like some random words. Okay. He made it because he thought that, Denmark is known for dairy product, also has positive image in the US. What two-word brand name are we talking about?
Neville clearly knows the answer. वो शर्ट में मुंह छुपा रहा है इसीलिए.
No, this is, अरे मेरे को आउशविट्ज भी मालूम था, बस कैसनोवा और तेरा वैलेंट वही वाला मालूम नहीं था.
कुछ चमक ही नहीं रहा दिमाग में. I will pass.
Okay, we go to Neville.
It is the Bengali brand of Häagen-Dazs.
That is correct. 10 points there for Neville.
Also, 1 point for joke, no? Okay.
Häagen-Dazs. Okay, Häagen-Dazs is the brand we were looking at. Great crack. Neville gets 10 points, and I go to Sahil. This time it's a one-word answer. You wouldn't have thought that a word we primarily associate with Africa would have originated in the slightly more forgiving climate of Rome. It comes from the medieval Italian words dash, meaning bad, and dash, meaning air. So it literally means bad air. Okay. The term was used to describe the unpleasant air emanating from the marshland surrounding Rome, which was believed to cause the dash we now call X. Okay. And we also now know that it's the dash breeding in these conditions that cause X rather than the air itself. What's the word?
Okay, give me a second now. 1 second. Okay, I'm going to go with a guess. Swampland?
Not swampland. Sonali?
Bad air. I'm just going to like a wild guess. Is it a two-word thing? It's two words? Or it's one word?
Yeah.
Tropical?
Not tropical. Angad?
Wild guess again. But पता नहीं क्यों मेरे पहले दिमाग में वो आया. Is it malaria?
It is malaria. Mal, bad, and air. Mal plus air. Okay. It
you know, when
malaria.
I read bad air, I was like, Sameer, hamaka joka. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But मुझे पहले लगा कि X, मुझे लगा word कुछ अलग है और मुझे X पता. हाँ.
I was going to go with mosquitoes, but mosquito, and then it just went downhill from there.
That makes sense.
From mosquitoes only I got malaria.
Malaria. Ah, shit.
Mal, air, malaria, and
nice. Nice, very nice.
Guys, come on, Olympics की तरह हम भी gold medal share करके निकल सकते हैं, guys. सब 10 points में.
Yeah, everyone equally do it.
Yeah. Last correct answer was malaria by Angad. Angad got 10 points there, which means the next direct is to Neville.
Don't know why he couldn't pass it, but okay.
Fuck you,
Neville. In the early 1990s, a certain company was testing out a drug called UK 92480, intended to treat patients with angina, a common precursor to heart attacks, involving the constriction of blood vessels that supply the heart. The company was hoping the drug would relax the blood vessels. It failed in that regard, But test subjects reported some fascinating developments somewhere else. So this became the pill known as X, a side effect of which is, wait for it, heart attacks. What unintended discovery are we talking about?
Neville की जेब में
Side effect.
Yeah.
Neville की जेब में अभी Neville दिखा दे दवाई.
Is it? Is it? This is Hosit. It's B12. This is it Viagra?
It is Viagra. 10 points to Neville. It is Pfizer and Viagra. Okay. It's a little blue pill called Viagra.
Both hard.
I
That was
actually
that
did.
was the slogan.
I actually did the thing that KV had told us to do once in thing. Wait for the whole question to be read. Don't be cocky and answer it in the middle. So I was like, okay, I know this, but
I'll wait.
Cool. Nice. Neville gets 10 points and I go to Sahil. Sahil, about 20% of population of the world live below the equator. Okay. There are more countries in northern hemisphere than southern hemisphere, which gives the area north of the equator a head start in human count. But what really gives the north an edge over south are the highly populated countries like China, India, and USA, which all lie in northern hemisphere. Only 2 out of top 10 populated countries lie in south, and not the whole country is below the line. Some part of the country might be in southern hemisphere. Just tell me the 2 countries we are talking about.
Only one of which is across the equator, right? Or both?
Both.
Both are partially split, or?
Yeah.
Also, the previous question gave me a boner. Sorry, I just wanted to say that. So that I get my
Neville, nobody wanted to know this.
What?
I wanted my 1 point, so it would have been more valid at that point.
This was not the way to get the 1 point.
I know. If he's taking away 1 point now, don't worry. He's giving me a heart attack, which is a side effect.
Sound effect.
Sound effect.
Like southern hemisphere.
Okay, I'm going to just go with the two guesses. Brazil and Ecuador.
I'll give you 5. Brazil is correct.
1.
And I'm going Brazil to Sonali
for Brazil ही सबको पता था मुझे लगता है.
Only the second one.
Argentina.
Not Argentina. Angad.
Okay.
Other country also equator निकलता है ना उससे. It is split.
That's what I was checking also.
ऐसा कोई जम ही नहीं रहा country. Is it Colombia?
Not Colombia. Neville?
Indonesia.
Indonesia is correct. Indonesia. Brazil and Indonesia. 5 point there.
Thank you for taking out my South America guesses, guys. Thank you. Come. I want to thank you for that.
Indonesia is, I think, one of the top 5 countries, not just top 10. Indonesia and Brazil. So Sahil and Neville split points on this. Oh man.
Oh yeah, shit. I get 5. No?
It's 5 and 5.
दोनों को 5 मिला. अब किसको जाएगा अगला सवाल केवी? Oh no.
Yeah. I know. Usually second वाले के next वाले को भेजते हैं, but
वो तो फिर
next वाले को भी फिर साहिल है. So we'll go to Sonali. Okay, for the next one. Sonali, this is your direct. Points there, and we go to Neville. If you say someone is X, so it's one word answer, it means they are gross and they have low moral standards. Okay, the word is theorized to come from the German region of Silesia, Silesia, which made thin linen cloth, once thought to be insubstantial and of low quality. So this is basically an etymology question. What one word are we looking at?
Is the answer Neville? Someone is the word sleazy?
It is sleazy. Beautiful answer. 10
well
points there for Neville.
Very well done.
It is sleazy.
So it is Neville.
Yeah.
I just love this picture that is taken.
Hey!
Oh, superb. Great standard of quizzing so far. Okay, that brings us to the end of the first half. Let's quickly take a look at the score and cross-check if we are on the same page. Angad on the back of 10 each is on 20 points.
Woohoo!
Neville with 10 on Haagen-Dazs, 10 on Viagra, 5 for Indonesia, and 10 for Sleazy is on 35.
Oh my God.
मैंने बोला था.
Neville, you should just like.
मैंने बोला था, yeah.
Yeah. Sahil with 10 on Casanova and 5 for Brazil is on 15.
Woohoo!
Sonali with Auschwitz concentration camp is on 10.
So, I feel like the time when I won like the prize for Marathi paper, you know, in school, everybody's getting marks in maths and science. Like मैं Marathi paper में first आई.
No. हमको ऐसा लगता है जो हमको आंसर आता है वो easy है, but Auschwitz was a really tough question, huh, Sonali? It's not ऐसा easy नहीं था. But Neville leading right now with 35. Behind him is Angad with 20, Sahil with 15, and Sonali on 10. And we'll now reverse the order. The order will be Sonali, Sahil, Neville, Angad.
चलो तो नेविल सारे आंसर कर लेगा, डायरेक्ट वाले मिलने वाले.
नहीं ना, साहिल है ना और अंगद, just being sandwiched between people who know things and
sandwiched between East India comedy. Okay, Sonali, you're direct. The name of this Microsoft application comes from a popular Marathi phrase. Some things you can't plan in life. The moment you said Marathi, I'm like, come on, let's do this.
This is Sonali, your area.
Oh, 1 second.
Okay,
popular
so
Marathi phrase. Okay.
Name of this Microsoft application comes from a popular Marathi phrase. It is a secure messaging and work management software application for collaboration among users, the ability to send and receive instant messages, coordinate tasks, and submit invoices. It was launched in India in 2017 and was launched globally in April 2019 as part of the Office 365 package. Just tell me, what is this application called?
Popular Marathi phrase. Zawadia. Jamaila. Tuja Aiji. Maushichi. What? Which one? I just know all the phrases. Zaudia.
Sahib, license.
License. Aigo. Is it any of these?
I'll keep quiet till you give me your final answer.
Because he's saying that because you've probably got it in this.
Oh my God.
That's probably why he's saying it, Sonali. I'm also now refreshing all your answers. For the first time, we can see Sahil actually thinking.
Yeah. Can I phone a friend, also known as husband?
I legit thought of Aditya when I read submit invoices.
Microsoft application comes from a popular Marathi phrase. I'm just going to go with Zawadia. It's my favorite Marathi phrase.
No. Going to Sahil?
Is it Microsoft Teams?
Not Microsoft Teams.
Never. Because it's Dhagala Lagli Pani Team. Come on, guys. That is the phrase. No?
It is the least popular Marathi song.
Okay, Neville?
Complete the song.
Yeah.
Oh ho, kai dhalo.
Yes, that is correct. Kaizala. Beautiful answer. It is Microsoft Kaizala.
Oh, okay, shit. 10. I didn't know that. Wow. Well done, Neville.
10 points, Neville. Microsoft Kaizala.
And Sonali, you got it.
Neville अकेला ही है जो जॉब कर रहा है, उसको ये सब चीजें पता है.
Exactly. Yeah. I was about to. I want to on my phone show you that we operate on Teams.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So yeah.
Great crack. Damn. Neville gets 10 points.
Damn.
For Microsoft
Very well done.
Kaizala.
Actually, the most popular Maharashtrian phrase is Jevliska. So that is a dating app.
Or Zopliska.
Zopliska.
Okay. Next question to Angad. Director and co-writer Y. So we're talking about a director who's Y. First thought of the idea for X. So X is a movie. Okay. X is a movie. Y is the director. He first thought of the idea for X while stressed out and fever-stricken in Rome during production on his low-budget horror movie called Piranha 2: The Spawning, which he had reluctantly agreed to direct. After a hard night of editing his own cut of a movie he hated, so he hated Piranha 2, White dreamt of a solid chrome torso crawling out of an explosion and dragging itself across the floor. The director quickly cooked up the story of an assassin, and in 1984, X was born. So essentially, X released in the year 1984. Y has since disowned Piranha 2 because he hated Piranha 2, and Y considers X his first film. Okay, so tell me this famous film and the director. Two things.
Like Neville, we know when you know the answer now.
Yeah.
You just put a face mask on
This
with
to
a t-shirt.
I think even Sahil knows.
Yeah, Sahil knows.
Yeah,
see,
he's acting.
Poker faces.
He's acting
Andopi
calm and composed.
Andopi. He's pretending to not even react. That's how cool he's trying to be. See?
Yeah.
But we can see his sweat patches, which in continuity will be a problem.
Yeah, I'll cover him.
Is X Terminator?
Okay, and why?
अभी आप बताओगे नहीं कि X सही है गलत है. देखो मुझे तो ये अगर टर्मिनेटर है भी तो मुझे कोई आइडिया नहीं उसका डायरेक्टर कौन था. तो why I have no idea. X I would go with Terminator.
Should even I know this answer? Fuck.
Yeah, that is correct. It is Terminator. So Angad gets points for X. I'm going to Sonali only for Y now.
James Cameron.
That is correct.
अरे यार.
It is the Terminator and James Cameron.
Sorry.
मुझे 5 point मिलेंगे ना?
हाँ.
Great.
ठीक है.
That was a great.
It's fine. That was a great. Yeah.
That chrome body.
Yeah.
Angad and Sonali split 5 points each on the Terminator and James Cameron. Okay, going to Sahil now. Sahil, this leader of the Soviet Union not only introduced perestroika and glasnost, but he released an album too. The one-off record was sold for around 100,000 pounds, which is around $130,000, at an auction to an unknown bidder in 2009. In memory of his wife, the sentimental former head of state called the album Songs for Riza, and it contained some of her favorite songs. The money the album raised went towards a charity in her name, which was set up to fight childhood cancer. Which Soviet Union leader's album of romantic ballets are we talking about?
Can you tell us what are these things? Sorry, Sahil, go on.
No, ठीक है. Is it Michael Gorbachev?
Yes, that is correct. Beautiful.
Oh, wow.
It is
Sahil?
Mikhail Gorbachev. It is Gorbachev. It is Gorbachev, the last Soviet Union leader.
हाँ, क्योंकि उसके बाद then Putin was just chilling, so it can't be him. He will never write love songs.
He was Rara Rasputin.
Well done, Sahil.
Gorbachev was the leader of Soviet Union, and he introduced perestroika and glasnost initially, which basically led to the end of Cold War in some sense and end of Soviet Union. And Gorbachev was the last Soviet Union leader. Okay, Sahil gets 10 points, and I go to Neville. Neville, I'm talking about a certain poster. The poster was little seen during the Second World War, and it was used to promote feminism and other political issues beginning in the 1980s. A certain Naomi Parker Fraley is often given credit for this. The Westinghouse logo is visible just under her arm, and the badge on shirt collar is the badge employees wore on the plant floor. The other name it is known as originated in a song written in 1942 by Red Evans and John Jacob Lewis. What J. Howard Miller creation is being discussed? What poster is being discussed basically?
If I show you the pose of the poster, will you give me points?
I'll give you part points. Okay, this happened so many times in the dry run, and I decided that for pose I might give part point, but I'm looking for a certain phrase.
Okay, give me 2 minutes.
Go for it, Neville. Go for the pose.
Okay. It's the poster where the woman is like this. where where the women are like this, and it says "we can do it." So
we can do it. We can do it is the phrase I was looking for.
Yeah.
We can do it is all I was looking for.
Well done.
We can do it is all I was looking for. Rosie the Riveter is what is something I was not expecting, but we can do it.
That's the
we can do it is the one I was looking for. No, we can do it is enough. And this would have given you one. Yeah. Superb answer by Neville. We can do it is correct. So next question will come to Angad. We now go in the world of sports. In the 1988 French Open final, X demolished the opponent 6-0, 6-0 in a completely one-sided match that took off 34 minutes to complete. X was in a destructive mode in Paris, reaching the final by winning 4 love sets in the 6 matches before that. The opponent, a 17-year-old Dash, I don't want the opponent, okay, was enjoying a fairy tale run in the tournament. X conceded just 13 points in the match and took both sets to love, as you can see, 6-love, 6-love, thrashing this Soviet player. Although the official match time was 34 minutes, the players only spent 32 minutes on court with a rain break dividing the match into 2 periods of play. Regardless, the match is still the shortest and most one-sided Grand Slam final ever and the only double bagel, matlab 0-0 do bar, in a major final since 1911. After the match was over, X said, "I'm very sorry it was so fast." Who are we talking about?
Is there a reason you've put love in single quotes?
No.
No, right? Okay.
Just like that.
Neville has his overthinking cap on.
Because I have a sense, but it's just timeline-wise, this 17-year-old opponent is also slightly fucking me up.
But वो opponent है ना? I feel like वो उसके टाइम का पहला है जो पहला नाम आ रहा है मेरे दिमाग में. Is okay, just a guess. Is X Martina Navratilova?
Not Martina Navratilova. Sonali.
दूसरा निकला तो मैं रो पड़ूंगा जो मैं सोच रहा था.
Yeah, even I have 2 in mind, but is it Billie Jean?
Not Billie Jean King. Sahil.
Sports is my weakness, so I'm just going to go with something. And is it Andre Agassi?
Not Andre Agassi. Neville.
Sahil, we thought pun was your strong point.
But sports this year, हाँ तो ये क्या पता?
Is it Neville? Is it Steffi Graf?
It is Steffi
Graf.
Oh,
that was
your
my
second
guess.
option? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is Steffi Graf.
Yeah.
Sahil Andre Agassi wasn't that far from the correct answer.
No, I don't see any sports. So all sports questions I just stare. I'm like, नहीं पता मुझे.
No, we figured that out because दो set का match है, so it means कि women match.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
So it means you don't follow tennis, but yeah, it is Steffi Graf. Steffi Graf that year won everything. Okay, she's the only tennis player, including male tennis player, to have won all the 4 Grand Slams and the Olympic gold medal in the same year.
I don't know a single person who didn't have a crush on Steffi Graf growing up in the 80s and 90s. No.
I was 1 year old at that point, so
I didn't know she existed also. Neville, you can get up and go.
Neville, just leave. Neville wants to score a century.
You won already.
Leftover points, let us get them.
This is Neville ka 6-0, 6-0 to us.
I'm sorry it got over so fast.
Okay, Neville got 10 points for Steffi Graf. Next direct will again be Angad. Angad, on October 21, 2015, Pepsi released a specific version of Pepsi Perfect at a price of $20.15. Again, 2015. They were minimalistic in style and contained regular Pepsi only. Okay, what was this specific version of Pepsi dedicated to? Okay, and there's the poster also for Pepsi Perfect. Have a look at the poster, look at the hints, and tell me what was this Pepsi's? What was the tribute?
साहिल को पता है. This is तूने शुक्र है poster. This is Back to the Future, right? जब वो आता है तो 2015 में आता है.
Yes, this is Back to the Future. Beautiful crack.
Did you, Angad? You got the answer. You got the answer because of Sahil's smile, what?
नहीं, because he told me look at the poster. Then I notice the
poster
poster.
mein it's also written the future is now. I mean, like, come on, yeah.
But if you don't know Back to the Future, then
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
difficult.
yeah.
You have to know Back to the Future to get this. Back to the Future, for those of you who haven't seen, the date is October 21, 2015. And that is why it was launched. Superb answer by Angad. And now I come to Sonali.
Steffi graph चुभ रहा है लेकिन अभी
I watched action replay before
तेरा
I
second
watched
guess graph ही
Back
था
to the
क्या?
Future.
पहला guess graph था यार, फिर मुझे लगा कि नहीं यार उसने 90s में खेलना शुरू करा होगा, and then I changed. And Martina का मुझे ध्यान था 70s में ज्यादा खेला है, but still anyway.
Okay, Sonali, founded by publisher John Walter on 1st January 1785, okay, as the Daily Universal Register. It is the first newspaper to have borne that name, lending it to numerous other popular papers around the world. The newspaper is also the originator of a widely used typeface, originally developed by Stanley Morrison in collaboration with the Monotype Corporation for its legibility in low-tech printing. Okay. Just tell me, which newspaper are we talking about? So a newspaper that started way back in time. The original name was something else, but it was the first newspaper to have borne that name. Okay. And then it lent it to numerous other popular papers around the world. Also, the other hint is that the newspaper's name is also associated with a typeface.
So the Daily Universal Register
was the first name.
Was the first name? Yeah.
Was the name before?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. They changed it to a certain name after this, and this was the first newspaper to have that certain name.
So then people copied the name basically like that.
We can say, that's one way to look at it.
It's not Mumbai Samachar. The Daily Mail.
Not the Daily Mail. Going to Sahil.
It's the Times.
It is the Times. Superb answer. It is the Times. It was the first newspaper to be called the Times, and then there is, of course, New York Times
New
of
Roman.
India,
Oh,
and Times New Roman. Yeah, that's the typeface. Times New Roman. Sahil gets 10 points there.
Sahil's
quite
poker
an
face is
easy
silence,
one.
huh?
No, Sahil's poker face is drink and slam.
It's silence. It's silence. I just realized.
There are two versions. There's either silence or the please pass. Back to the Future. मुझे पता है, please.
Acha, hey guys, this is pretty close, huh? This is
वो Steffi graph is going to come and bite me in the ass.
Yeah, this is pretty close.
Okay, going to Neville now. Neville, I'm talking about food now, okay? And Kolkata food. According to some legend, when Nawab Wajid Ali Shah was dethroned by the British, he was made to shift to Kolkata post his jail term in Fort William for a period of 26 months, and he lived on a meager pension from the British. Kolkata soon turned into a mini Lucknow after his arrival. Once his cook put something in his favorite food, which made it very tasty, and thus this particular thing started. There is another story by some people which tells us that Nawab found it difficult to maintain his eating habits as he was no longer rich. So he made a modification to his favorite dish, which explains its current form. What aspect of Calcutta food can be traced back to this story?
ये mini Punjab should sue this, हाँ? Mini Lucknow खोल दिया उन्होंने.
Is it I'm going to get this wrong. Is it aloo and like the potato in the biryani?
Beautiful. That's exactly the answer I was looking for. Potato in biryani is the answer.
I was supposed to guess it.
This is the first thing Anirban told me, that this is it's missing in Bombay. Like there's no potato in biryani. And I'm like, what? Biryani mein aloo hota hai?
Oh man.
Too good.
Yes.
Too good.
Yes. Neville gets potato in biryani. Wow. That brings us to the end of regular time.
That got over so fast.
Yeah, dude.
There were no passovers, no 5-point passes. Straight away, tuck. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah. Okay, that brings us to the
Neville अभी काइको में message कर रहा है.
Kaisala.
And oh man, I did not expect this to happen so many times in this edition, but I think we are leading to another tiebreaker. But we'll get to the score. And also one reason it happens is because there are some decisions that a quizmaster takes in terms of point distribution. तुमने 5 की जगह 4, 6 कर दिया, 3, 7 कर दिया, but बाद में फिर it doesn't feel good. That's why, for example, hypothetically, if I had given Angad anything less than 5 for Terminator, just to say, I might have just said, ki, James Cameron is more difficult than Terminator, so you get 4 and Sonali gets 6. It happens. So nahi hota, but I was like, no, I have to be very fair this time. 5 equal split every time. For example, if Sahil had not gotten 5 for Brazil and said कि इंडोनेशिया ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट था, so नेविल को 6 दे देंगे और साहिल को 4 दे देंगे, then again tie breaker. But no, we are all playing very fairly today. So now this is what we are talking about. This is what all the hype is. Angad had 20 in the first half, then he got 5 for Terminator and 10 for Back to the Future. So Angad ends on 35. Okay. Now we come to Neville. Neville had 35 in the first half. In the second half, he got Microsoft Kaizala, he got We Can Do It poster, he got Steffi Graf, and he got Potato in Biryani. So Neville ends on 75.
Wow, Neville. Wow. Just well done.
It's just one of those ifs and buts kind of a quiz. Like if
Neville
had passed Potato in Biryani.
Exactly.
And Angad would have gotten it, then Angad
even if Sonali had passed Auschwitz, the whole thing would have changed.
Yeah. Lot of things could have happened.
Because
that's the beauty of this. Like I know Terminator and like Back to the Future are like home ground for Sahil. Dono usko nahi hai. And Angad between Steffi Graf and Navrati Lova, if Angad had said Steffi Graf, तो कुछ भी हो सकता.
पहला instinct पे जाना चाहिए था.
Yeah. Okay. Now come to Sahil. Sahil at 15 in the first half. Then he got Mikhail Gorbachev. He also got the Times. So 20 plus 15. Sahil also ends on 35. Okay. So there is a tiebreaker which is going to happen.
Oh my
Sonali
God.
had 10 in the first half, and Sonali got 5 for
James Cameron.
So Sonali ends on 15.
Well done.
Out of 4 quarterfinals, there are 3 tiebreakers.
Third tiebreaker in 4 quarterfinals. So this is how tiebreaker works. This is only for Angad and Sahil. A question will appear on screen. The moment you want to guess the answer, just raise your hand. Okay. We'll come to you and then you'll have to answer immediately. Okay. There's no thinking after I come to you. If you answer correctly, you qualify. If you don't answer, you are out. So the next person qualifies. So you take a risk by raising your hand. If you get it right, you qualify. If you don't get it right, the other person qualifies. Cool. Whenever Sahil, Angad, both of you are ready?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Cool. Okay. Let's do. The question coming on your screen is now. We're talking about a certain place. This place was named by the early Norse settlers. In the Icelandic sagas, the Norwegian-born Icelander Eric the Red was said to be exiled here for manslaughter. Along with his extended family, he set out in ships to explore the place. After finding a habitable area and settling there, he supposedly named it in the hope that the pleasant name would attract settlers. What is this place whose name in the indigenous language translates to Land of the Kalakit? Keep thinking. I'll keep adding hints. Anytime one of you wants to answer, can raise your hand.
Okay, just give me, can we read the question?
Take your time, both of you. One hint for both of you is Denmark. Okay, Denmark in some way is a hint for this place. Okay, that's the first hint for both of you. Denmark in some way is a hint for this place.
But are you looking for a country or the particular city or an island?
Can't say it.
It's not a city. That's one hint again for two of you.
It's not a city. Okay. ये गलत होके निकलने में बड़ा डर है यार.
Yeah.
Are more hints coming, KV?
Yes. The next hint is that when he said that I'll give it a pleasant name to attract settlers, it involved a color.
Okay.
Got it. I put first.
Sahil put it first. Sahil?
Is it Greenland?
It is Greenland.
We both are wearing green also.
Oh man, what a photo finish.
By the way, when you said Denmark, the first name that came to my mind was again Greenland, but I was like, why take the risk?
Oh
God. He said color, I just get green.
Oh man.
God.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, but
Oh,
Sahil
man.
raised his hand first. Yeah, I just made the
Yeah.
sound, but he raised his hand first.
Oh man. Oh shit. This
Also
is
known as
back-to-back
Pikachu.
tiebreakers. And
I'm just looking at
another-
Angad's reaction.
oh man. Oof. We had Atul on tiebreaker in the first quarterfinal. We had, I think Sapan was involved in the tiebreaker in the second quarterfinal.
So basically all EIC members.
Yeah, there's clearly a pattern. I was about to come to that.
Did Atul and Sapan win their tiebreak?
No. Sahil
Okay.
is the only one who has.
So then the funny ones are the ones who managed to get through.
Sure. Sahil. The one who couldn't understand quizzing
Quizzing
में
was
KV
a
क्या है. Yeah. And thanks for showing your jange to the audience. YouTube में काट देना please.
Jange.
Okay. Cool. Okay, that brings us to the end of this quarterfinal. Let's. Oh man, this was as close as it gets. But mad shout out to Angad Ranyal.
Angad, well done, man. Fuck.
Angad always
Well
says, "मुझे सिर्फ cricket, football, मतलब cricket आता है." That's what he says.
हाँ.
Sports आता है. And he missed the sports question, and he came this close to reaching the semi-final. So thank you.
कोई बात नहीं. मतलब the morning I woke up, अब से मुझे लग रहा है मैं ज़्यादा smart इंसान हूँ. So I think that's an achievement in itself. तो बस I'm happy with that.
Yeah. And
man.
Sonali, of course, always one of the most fun participants to host. And she got Auschwitz, which she thinks is an easy crack, but that is a tough one. Trust me, मेरे को नहीं उतना आता था Auschwitz वगैरह.
ये Instagram का भूत है ना, travel bug है ना.
I've gone there, that's why I know
She's a traveler.
it.
और इसको वो participant वाला I think आता था Poland वाला.
Yeah, I knew Krakow. I was like Kanpur, close to it.
Yeah. And then we come to Sahil, of course, who won it in a tiebreaker. But what a great match for you, Sahil. I think Gorbachev, again, I love it when people go crack things which are not necessarily their so-called known strength area. So I know that Terminator, Back to the Future, vagera, but Gorbachev was a great crack.
Thank you.
And then Neville, who just wanted 10 points in this match.
And
just
10
points. Got 75. So Neville is the winner of this quarterfinal. Neville qualifies for semi-final and Sahil Shah qualifies. Cool. Thank you so much. Thank you to all.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, KB. Thank you.
Thank you for having us, KB. Bye.